Spanish football president Luis Rubiales was expected to announce his resignation on Friday after some of this behaviour that we saw in the World Cup final. It's one of them, kissing forward Jenny Hermosos on the lips. All across Spain, there have been calls for his resignation. He's lost the backing of the Spanish government. FIFA have opened up disciplinary proceedings. Clubs in La Liga, players for both the men's and women's team have come out asking him to step down from his job. And in a completely unexpected turn of events, he refused to resign as president today. After this did happen, a statement was put out by Jenny Hermosos herself saying, "I feel obliged to report that Mr. Luis Rubiales' words explaining the unfortunate incident are categorically false and part of the manipulative culture that he himself has generated. I want to make it clear that at no time did the conversation to which Rubiales refers to in his address take place, and above all, was his kiss ever consensual. I felt vulnerable and a victim of an impulse-driven, sexist, out-of-place act without any consent on my part. Simply put, I was not respected." Gemma Soler joins us now from Spain. So Gemma, we're seeing even more and more events unfold as the day goes on, and this the last of them, and a very strong one, a very strongly worded statement from Jenny Hermosos.
Yes, Kay, yet another lie from Mr. Rubiales that he decided earlier today, after linking to the press that he would resign, to trying to make this shameful event even more shocking, shameful for all the world of football in Spain, and to stick to his job. He lied another time. He put all the pressure in Jenny, who had to do this statement, even though she tried not to be in the spotlight of all these awful event, and now again we have to stick with President Rubiales being still in his job. The president of the Prime Minister of Spain, the vice president, all political parties agree that he should have resigned. He decided not to do that to earn some more time. We don't know why. We don't know the exact explanation. If he's trying to have time to do some kind of job inside. Also, the fact that he doesn't resign and he will be disallowed. We are hoping that justice will go quick and this could be happening on Monday. This way, the person who will replace him would be one vice president, because most of them have resigned after this shameful event of earlier today, and it will be a person of his trust. So until there are new elections, he can still somehow control the Real Federación Española de Football, the maximum organism of football in Spain, in yet another shameful event after what was probably the most important event in women's football.
Gemma, you're obviously explaining the layers that there are to this situation here. But the question from so many is, why don't they just get rid of him? Like, why can't that just happen?
Because it's not that easy. He's an elected person, he's an elected charge. So, of course, there could be an unilateral action. But there is a law. We are in a state of law here in Spain, and they are afraid that if they do so in this unilateral way, he can claim, go to the justice, go to the court. So they decide to do this according to the law. So the law claim was already filed. The CSD, the High Court of Spanish Sport, has filed a report about the serious misconduct that he did after just winning the World Cup, and of course the Court of Arbitration will say that this is absolutely unacceptable. This will be happening on Monday, and they prefer to do it under the law, to make sure that anything goes wrong, and to make it even more shocking, more shamefully, even a worse story for sport. But so far, the thing is that the 23 women who were world champions, who made the biggest thing in women's football, they have resigned from national team until this president is disallowed, and some men football players as well, all the clubs. So there is like an unanimous feeling, and I just want to say that that footage that we saw earlier of some people with that standing ovation, this is something that Mr. Rubiales prepared. It's friends, family, and employees. he did that to have that last time of a person who is a narcissist, egomaniac, and someone who is extremely selfish because he's doing so much harm to football and especially to women's football here in Spain.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.